Being overpowered. What does it mean? How can I deal with it? And what's it all about? For your pleasure, enjoyment, and hopefully a little bit of learning, I'm going out ridiculously overpowered this afternoon here in Vassiliki, just to show you what it feels like, what it looks like, and then a few little tricks that can help you out. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous. Alright, here we go, beach start. Pretty much straight into the straps and heading upwind quite hard on the board meeting series. That's right, this is the podcast series as part of the Ridealong channel. No fancy editing, well, a little bit, of course, these cameras are pretty good, but you can listen to this just as hopefully a cleanish audio, despite the fact I'm going, whoa, into mega winds, pretty fast on the water. Or, of course, watch and enjoy as I try my best to keep the kit on flat to the water and going at a reasonable pace and reasonably keen. The kit I'm on, first of all, this is a 6.5 ACX from 0.7. So it's a no-cam free race or a no-cam slalom sail and a 103 Isonic from Starboard. And actually, the first thing I've done to help myself with being overpowered is this choice of kit very deliberately. But I'll come to that soon. First of all, what is being overpowered? Now, the definition I'm going to try and give you is when the sail wants to accelerate, but the resistance in the water won't let it. So right now, it's windy. The sail wants to go a lot faster than it is, but the board has some sort of resistance or grip across the water, and it just won't go. It's going top end 20 knots, by the way. Most people are on 3.5, so I think the biggest I've seen so far is a 4.5. This is a 6.5. I'm about 80 something kilograms. And so yes, I am stacked, I think is the term. Woo. And it's a lot more physical than I'd like, a lot more hard work. As much as, like you can probably see, I'm trying to hold the sail in my harness in my body, not my arms, but that still means I need to core up and tense my body, work quite hard in this gust, a lot more than I usually would, a lot more than I'd like to. My general goal with windsurfing is to go as small a sail as I can get away with to make sure I'm powered up enough to go. That would make the sail manoeuvrable and not heavy, not cumbersome and awkward, and definitely not quite as physical as it is now. But depending on your level and where you are with your, let's say, journey through the windsurfing career or the spectrum of skill, will depend on where you start to feel overpowered. Because it can definitely happen at a lower level. We'll send beginners or lower intermediates out with no intention of getting planing, but they can't physically hold that sail. And it's because you haven't got the technique yet ready to hold the sail with a board that's not yet planing. It doesn't mean the board could get planing, I'm just saying maybe a 5.5 or a 6 metre sail for our intermediate might be too much sail, even though we're not actually planing, it's still sort of overpowered. Now the easiest correction for that, of course, into a jibe, or strap to strap style just because I can't hold it. Oh, yes, power. Where was I? Intermediate. The quickest solution, of course, is just going to give them a more suitable sail, something a bit smaller. But maybe you don't want to. Maybe actually the goal is I want to get better. I want to go in stronger winds. I do want to get planing. So then we can start thinking how to depower the sail or how to maximize the use of the harness. And I think that's one that comes along at the lower levels, let's say, before you're yet comfortably blasting in the foot straps. Is understanding how you can use the harness so that your body weight takes more of the weight and less of it's in your arms, just feeling knackered and your fingers are blistered. Again, yes, I'm super stacked. I'm lowering my heart rate down as I get comfortable on this kit, sort of. I'm still crazy powered up. Look, my hands are helping, but I'm not on a white knuckle ride, despite bouncing around all over the place. So that lower level of being overpowered, you're not yet planing, but you can't handle the sail. Change sail, or work with a coach like myself or someone else to go, how can I get control of that technique a bit better? What do I need to do? How can I get myself lower down? How can I get the power in the sail to actually accelerate the board rather than it just feeling heavier? One of the ways to do that is to take your whole system, as in the mast, the sail, and me, and start to lean back towards the water. Not trying to sit down necessarily, but kind of like you see now, I'm roughly, let's say, 45 degrees to the water with my body, or even lower as I hit the gusts even more. Then at higher levels, being overpowered is when that board just won't go any faster. And that's what I'm feeling right now, is this is an isonic board. This is designed for maximum speed. And I'm at the point where I'm now like, this is as much as it can handle. I want to try this in a second for your amusement. Let's see how fast we can go. Let's bear away, let's go on a broadie. Because actually, wow, yes, as soon as I start to do that, it starts to like it. It wants to go that bit faster. Yes, I'm stacked. Oh, and I'm struggling to hold on. There's another gust there. As is the guy behind me. We're neck and neck. But the board accelerates. So am I overpowered or am I just into the free race style? Let's go for a dive. Oh, can I hold it? Into the car. I'm knackered even before the exit. Drop, drop, drop. I think I need to be getting a GPS watch just to back up how fast I'm going at the minute. Oh, I've lost my friend. Someone was chasing me. Because yeah, that board wants to go faster and faster. So am I overpowered? Am I just setting it up for racing style? If this was a slower board, and I might explain the term slow in just a second, but if it was a slower board, then I probably wouldn't be able to take, in fact, no, I wouldn't be able to take this 6.5 sail. Now the slower boards, they're definitely not slow, and they can be going at a heck of a speed, but there's a little bit more resistance in the water, a little bit more grip, which really helps them when they go around the corner. That grip, that resistance, will help you carve, help you turn. If you're nailing your carve jives, or if you're trying to nail the carve jives, something that is classed as a slower board compared to a race board like I'm on now would be much, much more suitable. But it doesn't like being overpowered as much as this one. And this is the awesome thing about whether they're cammed race sails or like I'm on just now, this is a no cammed race sail. The stability, that speed in the gust, in the chop. The sail you can see just holds its profile, and the hard edges or the hard rails of this board, they just want to accelerate faster. I struggle, I feel more overpowered coming upwind, but when it bared away just then, actually, it just gave me, 10 knots more speed, and it fired down the broad reach. But I'll tell you what, it is knackering. The nice thing, I should say, because there are perks to being overpowered, of course. The nice thing isn't just your higher top speed, but the speed you can get back upwind. So just then I went from pretty much the highest person in the sailing area here, all the way upwind, basically to the furthest downwind person. And in this starboard tack right now, right shoulder forwards, I brought myself all the way back upwind, ready for the next speed run. Or more likely, ready to finish on the beach and change to some wave gear. Other little tactics just to help you out if you are crazy overpowered or just a bit overpowered is kind of like I have done here. Can you get yourself further upwind, and do you have flatter water available? In that flatter water, like I'm approaching now, there's no one around. Let's go for another speed run. Way! Big bear away! Just above the broad reach. That's my fastest point of sail. But it's flat and it feels good. I've unhooked. I'm on the carving rail. Oh, yes. Oh, no, I hit the brakes. I'm still going. It's okay. Strap to strap style. Drop it for the exit. Both foot straps. Missed the harness on the first hit. Hook back in, and most importantly for you, can I give it the old reach around? There we are. Bring the camera back upwind, back up to you. Now, if you're watching this, you're probably, I hope, into your windsurfing. You've been watching some of the PWA events through the summer or through the years. You've probably been watching some slalom and slalom X. Those guys, they, in general, weigh more than me anyway, but the weight, the skill, I'm not going to underestimate the skill, but they can hold down sails meters bigger than what we can. And they've got the skill of being able to stay locked in that position, like I'm trying to here. Trying to keep the board steady. Trying to keep the sail steady, really, so I don't unhook like I just did. Trying to keep the sail steady and allow the board to rock a little bit in the chop, but keep it trimmed nicely so they can get maximum speed. It's not easy, but the nice thing about it is those races are only about 4 to 10 minutes long, depending on the course and the event, of course. Because right now, this is actually the second video I filmed in this session. It's picked up even more during this session, and I am shattered, as you can probably tell from my voice. And of course, if you are coming out here to Vassiliki at any point, drop me a message. I've got group clinics, private coaching clinics, all kinds of stuff going on all the time. So come and get involved with me here this summer, or whenever you're watching this. I'm sure I'll still be around in Vass. Thanks again. I'll see you on the water very soon.